どうも、河野和夫でございます。バニッシャーズ続きプレイしていきたいと思います。ということで、知事の息子がいろいろな悪魔学みたいなのを学んでて、この、なんですか、虚空でしたっけ？空虚か。空虚にを隠れ家にしていると。で、非常にこのままだと危険だよと。ということで、このヘドロの発生源を見つけるみたいなことなんですけど、全然走れない。
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side.
空虚。さあ、どこに出るんだい？おお、船着き場みたいなとこだったな。
Are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
Who goes there?
なんかいる。なんかいるよ。
Is that a ghost?
I don't
赤い
know,
人がいた、赤い人が。
but I don't think we're alone. What might you be then?
What was?
Innocence. Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You.
なんだこいつは。
It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
The なんでこんなとこに家があるんだ？
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
デーボーラ。
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well,
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart. Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
Another shadow.
What do they want?
おや？
Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite. Perhaps a reward's here to counter the curse.
Well, now, I'm honored. Beware. Wards.
Another ward. This one looks intact.
Sorry, not this time.
あれか。
Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
ハスケルと彼の町に住む人々はここにいる。皆彼から逃げてきたのだ。私たち全員分の部屋がハローズにはある。玄関の近くの壁にカビが生えている。後で削り落とそう。カビがひどく黒ずみ、板の間から何かドロドロしたものが出てきた。穀物は昔のように育たない。知事とその仲間の弱い心を持つ人間がここに呪いをもたらしたのよ。神様、どうか私たちをお救いください。黒いものがあちこちに広まった。人々は病気になり、息も絶え絶えになって思いつく限りのあらゆる穴から血を流している。そうでない者もいるけど、悪魔は唾を吐き、それが私たちの元に押し寄せてきているの。7年前に疫病が町を襲った時のことが思い出されるわ。私は神様に祈る。どうかこのクルメンシー・ギブスと、その忠実でそれなりの才能を持つ夫のアンチパスに、もう一度魔女を探し出すための知恵をお与えください。知事は魔法を使っているから、神様は私たちを助けてくださらない。名前忘れてしまったけど、彼の息子もバカな子よ。家のそばに異教のトーテム像を置いているのだから。私はそれを壊してやったわ。アンチパスはハスケルが井戸の中に何かを入れたのを見たと言っていた。その後、大地が揺れたそうよ。ハスケルの家の人たちは何をしているのかしら。はあ。
Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden Town with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
The Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
この辺かな。こっからか。
It won't do.
ここじゃ飛べない。
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
この先か。ペドロの発生源。
Over there.
Elusive little buggers.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
We'll find a way around then.
The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source.
遠くにある源。
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him.
足跡。
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
He must be quite the man to have walked over here. Join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
どこと女が喋ってるの？
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those Oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Obake liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them.
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
The bucket is tainted.
バケツが汚れてる。これ。あれが流れ着いた、そこに。
A vivid memory from the dead is somewhere near.
何だったの？
An echo from the past drifts by.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stolen.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
何の石だこの二つは。
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
How dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Then do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
一組のウリウムとトンミム。液弾やサイコロ占いに使われるもので神の意志をあらわにすると考えられていた。
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. Why now?
恐れて証拠を隠した。
Hiding the evidence perhaps of his role in the witch trial. They connected him to the demonology he used to reinforce his authority.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob.
家族を守るために魔女と疑わしい入植者を告発して処刑しようと考えていた。この女性は無実だったと。で、中心地に行けと。ここですか？なんかいそうですね。
This can't be good.
泥出てきちゃった。
Who are you?
Confess! Let them speak. If we speak, so you listen? Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let rule in the grave. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges. Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict. Guilty. The sentence. Pain hereafter.
何と戦うのよ。
I only seek the truth.
Is that me? That's a cheap trick. The hell just came out of that shadow?
It's working. Keep at it.
痛いとこついてくるんだ。
Ghosts are dangerous, and I'd no reason to show mercy. Damn you.
"ごまかされないよ、そんなもので。
Antea died to help New Eden. And still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us? This just won't do. Shadow. I'll take care of this thing.
I'm the one who has to fight.
우리야.
We have passed judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
羽ペンってことこれ。この魔女裁判の時に使った羽ペンってことかな。
Enough. Can we please...
羽ペンだね。デボラの死刑執行令状に署名する際にハスケル知事が使った羽。この強力な糸には、ナイトメアの裏切りの決心の精魂がべったりと染み込んでいるだって。
Get out of here. That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such specter of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Haskell's cowardice is to blame. To save his own arse, he condemned a woman he knew to be innocent.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
じゃあ行きますか。
That, down there, it was... I was tense. I was impatient.
The infamy's doing, not yours.
No. Doesn't change the feelings. I never thought I could feel such anger again.
They were Deborah's feelings, not yours.
Shh, ちょっと待ってください。インファミー。化身の正体はインファミーであり、その物体はデボラ・コメニウスが魔女裁判で不当に裁かれたという考えに取り憑かれている。どうするかだな。
One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves. The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their lord, yet, in his name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people hear.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banishers speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. It is a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
ある男の話です。
It tells the story of a man, a latter-day King Solomon. When plague struck his subjects, they turned to him for guidance and protection, for they were God-fearing folk, and he was a godly king. The king's captain walled the sick away, but the plague spread on. The people grumbled. The king thought he might fall. He needed a sacrificial lamb.
You lose the run of your tongue, Mr. McCraith, and of the head to which it's fixed. There was no lamb. There was a trial, fair and lawful.
裁判は公正ではありませんでしたよ。
The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail. To wit, a just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault. Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible? Have you ever heard of the Araloo?
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not. It seems they knew worthy of his secrets. Never mind.
あなたは尊大な臆病者です。
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
あなたの本当の望
What
み
do
は
you
何です
really
か？
want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. Very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
あなたは魔術を
Admit
も
it.
てあそんで
You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more. No thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it? Belladonna, Hemlock, Foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
You had the power to stop the madness, but instead you chose to let it run all the way to its barbaric conclusion. You brought the curse down on New Eden. Then you called we Banishers in to fix your mistake. You boast of your knowledge of demons and spirits, but in truth, you master nothing. You're a peacock. All show and no meat. I'm not here today to bring justice. But this man, your governor, brought death to your doors. He deserves blaming. And shame on me if I don't. Headspace!
Friends, have I ever not served the interests of our community? Have I not protected you? Have I not loved you?
シーンシーン息子の目の前で
Death to the dead.
え、デボラが出てきた。
This is unfair.
Is the evil gone for good?
Far from it.
Then who will protect us?
守られてないんだよ、もともと。
I will. While Mr. McCraith fights the curse of New Eden, I will protect the people of the Harrows. Or at least, try. Now let's all return to our homes and pray for forgiveness and the strength to bear the consequences of our actions. for your fee. One of the many debts my father left me.
You'd best put your own debts first, young Master Haskell.
Don't I know it?
After all this, don't forget to rest.
融合。アンテアは短い間、レッドと合体して多くのダメージを敵に与えることができます。これにより、恋人たちの強力な霊毛を切り裂けます。恋人たちは強力な霊毛でいいのかな。レッドの戦闘スキルを組み合わせ、レッドの奨励による与える余ダメージを上昇させられる。はい。
So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the nightmare's influence, we could use the void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the void breach will take us back to New Eden Town.
いよいよじゃ本丸ってことね。
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you.
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity. Cowards hiding behind fake virtue. And for what? They won't even say her name. Why? Why her?
They know no better. They know only fear and hate what they cannot understand.
Especially when a woman is involved.
It matters not now anyway.
A woman died for nothing and it matters not?
What matters is what we do now. Which wrong we set right.
I've taught you well. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera. And listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
But something did happen. Something happened to Deborah, and then something happened to you, and now we are both paying that price.
You still have your life.
What's it worth if it's plagued by the murder of all those I killed?
Don't make this about you, Red.
I wasn't. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up. This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help.
Kenka wa yamero yo.
I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Kore 初めてそばにいてくんないよこれ。
Antea.
アンテアがいないぞ。
Antea. I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island.
うん、ここまでワープしてるね。シリディアンの。ね、魔女、なんだっけ、あの女の子。シーか。
There you are. Ready to go?
I just got here. Can we talk? Why did you leave me alone?
You are not alone. Can we go now?
行くのか、もう。じゃあちょっととりあえず一旦ここで終わりましょうかね、今回はね。はい。ということで、また続きプレイしていきますので、よろしかったら皆様、チャンネル登録と高評価よろしくお願いいたします。ということで、今回は以上でございます。ありがとうございました。